You're listening To The Point. Ready or not, let's keep it real at Turning Point.
I think I joined Turning Point because I was looking for an appointment really when I found out I was pregnant because I didn't know if it was like, for real, because I went like an actual like doctor, but it was like no appointments whatsoever. So then I reached out and then I could think Nikki helped me and then I went to like Clinica and then they took me in and that was how like, I did like the test and they confirmed it. So ever since then, I've been like going to different classes just to know more about what it is, take care of a baby and to be a mother and all that. Because I didn't grow up really around like, like any babies or like I didn't have any younger siblings. So it's been like helpful. Yeah.
That's how I was when I became a mom too. I was like an only child. So I was like, what do you even do? Like,
Exactly. So.
That's awesome. So what do you feel like you've learned the most?
Well, recently, because I have like a lot of questions about breastfeeding. Because it's like, you have like kind of mixed views based on like, who you know and what they choose to do. So we're going through like a lactation class now to learn about like all the importance of like, breastfeeding for the baby and also for the mother. That I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it like made me more confident about breastfeeding and that like is not, something that is like extraordinary, I guess. Like it's normal, it's okay to breastfeed, if you can and things like that. So that's like what we're going through right now. But we also learn about like, I think I helped on because my husband also goes to classes on like, different like parenting skills, and then I think I did one class with them and then just to know, how to communicate with your kid, when to say no, how to learn about like what you're feeling and like I guess like how to reach out to them without you being too like with them understanding you because it's different. They see things differently than how we do. So I think that it's been different bits of pieces here and there from different classes.
That's awesome. Okay, well, I want to clarify one thing because you haven't had your baby yet, right?
No, he is due in February.
Oh, okay. Well, first, nothing feels normal about breastfeeding. Nothing feels sane about breastfeeding. And it is so extraordinary because your body can keep a human being alive. So, girl, you are going to be magic if you can pull that off.
Yeah, because the whole process was just, to me, it was mind blowing, honestly. So, yeah.
I just remember thinking when I breastfed my first was like, the only thing people told you was how beautiful this is. No,
Exactly.
no.
Yeah. Because we're going through like a class last week about latching, and like she was saying that if it's too painful, then there's something wrong. Then you should like, seek for help. And then she gave us her, because she's like a nurse at Memorial, like the hospital here, to talk to because it's not supposed, yeah, you're supposed to be sore, but not like painful, whereby it's like unbearable.
Yeah.
And that means that the baby's not like latching right. And then you have to like, seek like talk to somebody and figure out like how to, make it work. So like,
That's
okay.
awesome. So when you first found out you were pregnant, were you guys planning?
Yeah, but we're not really planning. It just happened because we were planning at first, but then it didn't happen, so we just stopped. And then like boom, we're pregnant. So it's like, oh, okay. That's why I was kind of like confused because my periods were not regular too, so it could be anything. So that was why like I was kind of like anxious about it.
So did you ever come in the center or you've only been virtual then?
I think that was in the middle of like COVID and everything, so everything has been virtual.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was like maybe in June or July.
I
Yeah,
had,
that was, yeah.
I think you had come in and we ran a test. Do you remember? That's something we talk about too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when we were planning, but then I was not pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I think a couple of months after I called you again, and then you were like, well, like the you guys are shut down, but you can still do like a virtual, and you gave me like the appointment to like Clinica. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So I remember seeing you face to face.
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Once, yeah.
So, what would you tell somebody who's maybe scared or fearful about coming into Turning Point? Since you've been through the doors, what would you say to somebody who's too scared to walk through the doors for a pregnancy test?
Well, I'll definitely like, encourage them, to definitely do it. Cause like, people there are not like judgmental. Like they're very like, welcoming and very friendly. So it's like, you just feel comfortable like when you come in there or when you talk to, any of them, they're very supportive. Cause I was actually talking to my OB. So she has actually, she has like her own practice now. She was from La Clinica, but then she had, I don't know what happened, but she has her own practice at home. So I was telling her that, oh, she should actually go to Turning Point because, I had difficulty getting an appointment. Like, other girls that really want to know what is going on with them, they will really, benefit from her services. So I actually recommended her to, just check you guys out and give you guys her card. So if they have, other people that want to know, like maybe from a doctor perspective of what is going on, she can always help them out. So definitely, yeah, I'll definitely recommend it.
Nice. And do you know that we're a nonprofit? So everything that comes through our doors is the generosity of Las Cruces. Like it's people donating monthly or dropping diapers and wipes off. Did you know that about us?
Yes, I actually read about it. Yeah, because I went to the website first. That's how I found it.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
So what would you say to a donor who gives every month so that like the classes can take place and everything that we do can take place? What would you say to them?
Definitely thank them and like, tell them how grateful, well, I have benefited from it, and I'm sure other women have too. So definitely, thank them that, they should keep what you're doing, and we are definitely grateful and we appreciate it. Yeah.
I love it. I love your energy. That's awesome. So who's delivering your baby for you?
Well, I don't know yet. I know that definitely Memorial.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So who have you been doing have you been staying at La Clinica then for your monthly prenatal
well,
checks?
yeah, something like I'm with a different OB. She is from La Clinica, but she opened her own practice, so I'm with her because I actually been in the hospital a couple of times, and she was the one that like took care of me, and I liked like the whole process with her. So then I just stuck with her.
Awesome.
And Erica, I was just wondering, what has been one of your biggest, like, have you had any fears while you've been pregnant? And what has been kind of like the most like thing that you're scared of at becoming a new mom?
Well, yes, I actually been in and out of the hospitals for several reasons, but the main thing was my kidney. There was like something wrong with my right kidney, so I had like a stone that I couldn't pass, and it was like extremely painful, and then I had to they couldn't do anything about it because of the baby. So like that pain and all that, caused me to go even back for like 2 more times, and I started spotting a couple of times too. That was really scary. And then I was put on bed rest. I'm actually now on bed rest. And so that whole process was like, oh, like you made it far, but like, are you going to actually get to, continue? And so my doctor put me on bed rest now just for my safety. And my placenta was also hanging low. So it's been like different, like, hiccups here and there. But I'm just trying to just stay positive and 2 more months go through the process. But yeah, and also be like a new mom, because this will be my first baby. That's like, I guess that's what like I'm scared of. Like, that's why like I actually like go into the classes to learn, different things, different tips and things like that can help me. Yeah.
That's good to hear, because I know that there's a lot of women out there, especially right now, this is their first pregnancy and there's a pandemic and there's just a lot of other factors. And so just to be able to sit alongside somebody and tell them like, you can do it. And I'm here to show you that you can do it. And I'm scared too, but we can do it. And I
Yeah.
think it's really encouraging. With the classes, do you like that you get to see other women on there?
Yeah, I think my favorite ones is like when we have a class and then somebody had delivered and they show us their baby and they tell us like, their experience through like labor. That's like dreaded labor. I've never been through it. But yeah, so like that is also that's just so real because you just see somebody that you've gone through a class with that has gone through labor, that has their baby, and they get to share their experience with you. I think that kind of like makes me less freak out. Like they did, I can do it too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
Nikki, do you got any other questions?
If you were Erica, if you were to pretend that I was like a friend and I was pregnant, what would you tell me about Turning Point?
Well, like as in, okay, so if I would just tell you, because I've actually told my friends about it. I mean, they're not pregnant. I'm like, oh, you guys should check it out, but they're not pregnant. But definitely, like, definitely tell you like there's a support out there. Because that's the thing, like when you're pregnant, you're just like anxious, you're scared. You don't really know like, what to do or if you can do it. That was my thing. So I'm like, am I ready yet? Like, it's one thing wanting a baby, it's one thing actually being pregnant. Like it's happening, So definitely I would definitely like, give you the resources that I went through that I really liked, that really helped me. And so that I did it, and then it was, it was super cool. It was super comfortable. It was not intimidating or anything like that. The people are really helpful, and you learn things that like, it's I mean, I know you can go online, but going online you can find so many other resources that might scare you off. And this is one place that will give you everything that you need throughout your journey, that will make you more knowledgeable about like your next step and your transition of being a mother. So definitely I would recommend it. Like I would advise them to do it.
Yay, that's what I like.
You just made our whole day.
Sorry?
You just made our whole day.
Oh, thank you. No, because I was in a position where I didn't know what it is, and you guys helped me. So yeah.
You're gonna be such a good mom.